fitness. No one in the world.
We've got ourselves a fight in Game 6 of the World Chess Championship. And is it a surprise when you see Gukesh power walking in like this? That's a man who means business as he sits down opposite Ding Liren, who's got white. What will he play here? Knight f3, e4, previously seen. d4 is on the board, a third different opening move. Very versatile, these modern grandmothers. And now after knight f6, what will he go for on move 2?
Mushrooms.
Well, he chooses bishop f4. The London system recently voted the most overpowered move 2 by the Global Chess Committee. We love it. And after d5, e3, Gukesh does not copy with the bishop, as he sometimes likes to do, but he goes e6 instead. This pony pops itself on f3 and we get the advance of the c pawn, attacking the center. Of course you go c3, set up the old party hat pawn formation. Everyone's having a laugh and a giggle, a good time. It's the World Cheese Championship. Bishop d6 is very natural, and now a side variation, not common at the amateur level. We get bishop b5 check. Now you can't block with your own bishop, or white can then take on d6. You know, the queen's not defending, and then you win a pawn as well. So this knight blocks on c6. Going there would be terribly passive. And now Ding voluntarily gives up his bishop pair. Is he really a general manager or a very naughty boy? Because after captures, black's going to have that long-term advantage, or are they? He chops one off here. So what's the big idea? Well, it's all about the pawn structure, possibly control of the e5 square, and queen a4 starts to highlight the themes. You know, you're keeping an eye on any bishop a6, stopping the castling rights. You're eyeballing the backwards c6 pawn. There's a pin to the king, everything like that. That's why we see castles played. Now you could have flicked in takes, then this pawn takes. Why do I mention it? Well, because of queen a3 creating a nasty pin. But if you had put in those exchanges, well, then white gets a square and c-file pressure. Different game. So after this nasty pin down here, Gukesh forays forth with the knight, covers c5 and the queen, and now a really weird looking move. This is some home prep, right? Richie rapport helping Ding, and Richie rapport's shorts. They've clearly gone deep together. Knight fd2. Did Ding just forget which way his pieces are supposed to move? You know, surely you go with this one. But we're going to see why he backpedaled with that one. There's different moves for Gukesh now, as I'm highlighting on the board. None of them selected. He goes for the complicated pawn e5. Daenerys, mother of dragons, guiding this trio down the board, and the game is razor sharp already. You know, so many options of the captures and everything. We're going to just stick with the game here, or we'll be lost in the ninja lines. So Ding takes on e4. Pawn structure shattered. This one only a mother could love, and here she is trying to love them, babysit them, but she hasn't got time to mess about, because after Ding crashes through here, now a pawn to the good you do not want to be taking. You know, after this recaptures, white could cemento everything. This knight's on the way. It's horrible. So queen g6, an only move. That's why it gets the exclam, and you go for the dynamic counterplay. You know, if white snatches another pawn on e5, then you crash through. You hit the rook. If rook f1, bishop a6, you get absolutely terminated on the light squares. Same if g3, bishop a6. Same if castles, bishop h3. So, by process of elimination, knight d2 is the developing move. Yes, you give the pawn here, hit the rook, but after the old connecting those ones, Andrea spinning the beats, of course, because we've got the opposite side's king's castling. Well, this is what Ding is going for. Giving pawns, but counterplay. This is so dangerous for black, because after Gukesh takes here, brave move, but best move, hitting the e3 pawn, there's already loads going on. You know, you can already take on e5. It wasn't played, or with the queen, I should say. Instead though, we see pawn captures on e5 and it opens up the defense of e3 by the white queen. Now the knight could be taken on e4, the rooks could be on the way, the h-pawn's running. I mean, take that step back, this is so dangerous for black, right? You know, the queen's miles offside, these aren't yet connected, where's the bishop going? You have to be precise, and Gukesh is just that. He plays rook b8, probably still in his prep. It's a great move because now you can't take this, head for here or possibly even here in some sacrificial lines, or bang, you just got walloped, checkmated. That's not much fun. So instead we see knight c4. Knight b3 was also playable, and now you cover the mating square here. So what does Gukesh do? Bishop e6, natural as sage and onion, right? Eliminate the defender, deliver checkmate. So rook d2 intercepts the queen, covers the square, etc. So queen f3 hits the unprotected rook and looks at this weak pawn. So rook e1 covers the pawn, and now with knight d6 on the way, we see this one chopped off. It's logical. The player's playing this highly accurate, incredible chess, but Ding is 45 minutes up on the clock here. Have I worked that out right? Yeah, 45 minutes, something like that. Real advantage, unusual for him, and it's starting to be felt. Gukesh should bring a rook to the d file here. Top move. He plays the second best with queen f5, but it allows Ding just a slight initiative here. However, this is the moment where Chill Liren goes full frozen mode and spends the longest think of the entire match to play his next move. And just while he has that think, another quick mention, it is the Black Friday sale over at the Remote Chess Academy. 24 hours left on this one, up to 80% off. The courses are incredible. I've used them myself for many years now. GM Igor Smirnov. You can get the Road to 2000 one right now, very, very cheap for its usual price. Very, very good if you're looking to improve next year. There's the super bundle, there's all sorts. Link in the description, check it out. Don't miss out on this massive once a year sale. So we get back to the game. Chill Liren finally takes this pawn on c6 and he's leveled off the clock times. I mean, just nuts some of the time he spends. It is a complex position though. Now Gukesh takes this pawn here and queen d5 offers an exchange of queens. Why doesn't Gukesh go for it? Or Gukesh, sorry. Well, after the rook lifts into the game, not entirely clear how holdable this endgame is for black. You know, these are running fast. White already has a passed c-pawn, of course. Let's not forget, the white rooks are more active. These ones are just going to take that bit longer. Not so easy to assess. So he goes queen e7, keeping them on the board, you know, keeping pressure on the white king, which is slightly less safe. And after queen d6, you're not going to believe it, because queen g5, queen d5, queen e7, queen d6, queen g5, queen d5, Ding Liren, showing all the ambition of a bear in winter, just doesn't want to play a game of chess, even when he's got a better pawn structure, even when he can press. How depressingly boring. And just listen to this though, because does Gukesh take it? Does he play queen e7 again? No, he doesn't. He plays the dubious queen h4, simply to get a game.
Oh, he has played it.
He's played it, and now if Gukesh goes, he can actually claim.
Oh my god, Gukesh makes a move which is slightly inferior than queen e7 just to play get some progression. No one in the world expected this. No one in the world.
The crowd absolutely loving it, and just look at the reaction of Susan Polgar on X. This really says it all. Very, very depressing by Ding Liren trying to shut it down. Gukesh having none of it. Fair play to him. So his rook's attacked, Ding's that is. He brings it to the d file here. Now we see g6, gives the king some breathing room, prepares f5 one day, queen e5, nice centralizing move, opens up the rooks to invade one day. So this rook sidesteps, hits the queen, many different options of where to go with that one. Ding, of course, trying to shut things down once more, Gukesh having none of it, and after queen f4, queen a5, major slide across the board. Of course, Gukesh does it with a little whoosh. Many of the top professionals do that. We see a3 to cover the pawn, king b1 also playable, and queen b5 just reactivating since that avenue got shut down. We'll see the point, because after rook d4, very natural rook lift, now the queen invades, saying you take on e4, I'll take with the rook, your queen distracted, I'll win h2. So Ding digs in, channels his inner force, and goes r2 d2 to kick the queen away. Now I'm guessing he wanted queen e1 check, bounce back. Both players do a little bit of pogo sticking, make the draw, everybody's happy, we go home. Except the fans. Gukesh doesn't go for it, he goes queen f3. Kudos to this guy, constantly looking for a game, changing pawn structures, and now this is a surprise, because queen g5 looks kind of natural, or queen h6. You know, we've been talking about the queen exchange, but here, if you let black do it, you really change the structure. However, it's exactly what Ding does. He plays king c2, allowing Gukesh to now take the queens off the board. But this time, he's got a past running e-pawn. Very different game. And after f5, cementoing it, not only has the game turned, but he unlocks himself with this connect 4. Not only Fabi's old analysis outfit, but a pair of Richie Rapport's shorts and a karate lesson with Hans Niemann. Very lucky young man. Now we see h4 played to clamp on the black expansion ideas, and this is classic of Gukesh. An ambitious player doesn't play, say, king g7 or a small nudgy rook move. He goes pawn e3. Now, yes, they say passed pawns are meant to be pushed, but after that one's blockaded, it's a bit of a lone wolf. Could be rounded up. So now you can lift the rook to the 6th rank, but this one played, I mean, given the question mark, but very, very strange stuff. Apparently it's connected with the avalanche of white pawns over here. Maybe the rook's better placed to stop them here, but okay, we stick with the game. And this now says so much about Ding's mindset. You know, look at these pawns just waiting to be pushed. Push 'em, baby, as Yasser would say. But Ding goes king d3. Then after the rook's double, again, he doesn't go c4. I mean, it's screaming to be played right. Push those pawns. You've got a 3-on-1. Go for the throat. But he plays h5. Just such a wimpy move. Sorry, Ding. Because after captures, all he can really do now is push for a draw. That one's taken to give Gukesh an ugly structure, but he's trying to distract the rook on e2. So we get rook d5 going for the pawn. h4 takes. Now this rook comes to d7 with check. King g2, or c2 rather. And after king g7, Ding spots an opportunity for a threefold, and he takes it with both hands, checks that king. You can't step up to h6. There's a rude awakening after check and here and checkmate. So the king steps back to the corner, but now after you retreat here, black's really got nothing better but to step back. You know, h6, rook d7 possible, but really you need to activate the king in the endgame. This is best. Ding, of course, seizes on it, bang, threefold, draw agreed. Unbelievably unambitious stuff from Ding. So that's how this great fight ended. Hope you enjoyed. Check out the Remote Chess Academy. Huge once a year sale. Link in the description. And I hope to see you again soon. Cheers.